After years of fan demand, director Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League improbably got released in 2021. But that wasn't the end of the controversy. 2 years later, a joke in the Barbie movie brought the discourse back. Warning, spoilers for Barbie ahead. Director Greta Gerwig's Barbie was always going to be a lightning rod. An unapologetic look at how hard it can be to exist as a woman in a patriarchal society, Barbie is going to be divisive as its rollout continues. But one joke in the movie in particular is causing more trouble than you might think. That said, Gerwig herself was bracing for it. Ahead of the movie's release, she said that she wasn't quite prepared for what would come of that one line. Nonetheless, she kept it in the movie anyway. To explain a bit, Barbie and Ken leave Barbie Land for the real world and discover that it's men who hold the highest positions of power there. The opposite of how Barbie Land works.
Basically everything that men do in your world, women do in ours.
Ken is fascinated by the idea of patriarchy. He returns to Barbie Land on his own and transforms it into Kendom. When Barbie finally comes back and brings her new friends Gloria and her daughter Sasha, they find the other Barbies, all of whom held high-ranking jobs, completely subservient to the Kens. After being snapped out of her Ken-induced funk, writer Barbie can't believe what's happened to her. That's where the Snyder cut comes in. Writer Barbie says that she felt like she fell asleep and got really invested in director Snyder's cut of Justice League, drawing her induced stupor. It's a pretty benign and honestly pretty funny joke, but people on the internet really don't like it when others take Zack Snyder's name in vain. Gerwig, an obvious student of pop culture lore, and co-writer Noah Baumbach skewer a lot more than Zack Snyder's Justice League and Barbie. In the very same section of the movie, President Barbie helps a fellow Barbie out after she's been deprogrammed, insisting that one of the Kens show her Francis Ford Coppola's classic The Godfather. Not only that, she specifically asked that he talk through the entire movie and explain it to her, distracting him while the Barbie he held hostage is shown the light. It's pretty unlikely Gerwig and Baumbach actually think The Godfather and Zack Snyder's Justice League are bad movies that deserve derision. That's not what the joke is about. It's at the expense of the Kens and their bloated sense of self-importance, spending all their time explaining movies to various captive Barbies. Gerwig's film is rich with references to other movies and pop culture properties, and while only a few are shouted out directly, it doesn't come from a place of tearing them down.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe.
Even so, fans of Snyder's, upon hearing there might be one joke about their favorite director, jumped online before the movie even came out to defend his honor. On July 19th, 2 days before Barbie hit theaters, one wrote, "So Greta Gerwig is desperately trying to position Barbie as a feminist blockbuster. But the fact that the movie takes shots at Zack Snyder, the leader of third-wave Hollywood feminism, leads me to doubt her storytelling capabilities." Another agreed, writing, "Barbie has been popular for decades, yet they have to find a way to make a dig about Zack Snyder, his fans, his cut, out of spite as usual. Stay classy, WB." Just a note, both Barbie and Zack Snyder's Justice League are distributed by Warner Brothers. After seeing the movie, others chimed in to defend Barbie without insulting Zack Snyder's Justice League. One commented, "Yes, Barbie directly references Zack Snyder and his Justice League. No, it isn't distasteful nor unfunny. It's actually very funny. It's a great joke, and the audience went pretty crazy at it. Nobody is gonna like Zack Snyder's Justice League any less after Barbie, so honestly, all's well that ends well." The joke was a bold move on Gerwig's part though. It makes sense since Barbie is a pretty bold movie overall.